my name is Lizzie. Each week I'm bringing along a different origami fold to encourage you to take some time out for yourself. Self-care, and that's through doing something lovely for yourself. Hopefully it will lift your mood, and it could be useful as well. And it stays as a little lasting reminder of self-care as well. Maybe it could even form presents for others as well. So origami is very much actually from, I think, a culture that's very gift-based, of thinking of others, and which I think is lovely, because actually it's only been handed on through others being that generous and kind with their findings, and it becomes something that you want to pass on as well. Transmission in a good way. So all of these films are dedicated to my colleagues who work at UCLH, a hospital in London, and very much encouraging staff, particularly in their self-care. Obviously it's for patients, but it's for everybody. These films are accessible for anyone, and delighted if anyone wants to join us in doing something lovely for themselves and discovering what fun origami can be for all ages. So this week I'm bringing along a very simple fold. It's a traditional fold. It's a traditional box. I've got a little nest of boxes here, and so this will be quite an old finding. It's from Japan. It's a very elegant little sort of tray or box. It's very easy to do, so this is a simple one, but it's very effective. It's quite nice actually to use kind of just paper that maybe would have been otherwise junk, or you can do a little drawing, colour it in, and then fold it up. Here I've done a gay pride flag that's in support of my colleagues at UCH, and it's lovely how the sort of sides will fold around, so you've got some really lovely effects. If you've got card, it will make it even stronger, but even paper is surprisingly strong, so it's really effective, this fold, but I hope you'll find it delightful. I've actually only just discovered it, as it were, because of a dear friend and colleague of mine, Zule, and she recently showed us how to make the box, and it's something I've seen diagrams of and I've just not done it, but it's only in doing it you discover quite how amazing it is. So for this, grab yourself some paper. As I said, you could even use paper that's that would otherwise be thrown out. So it could have drawing or writing. Maybe you could do something on there for yourself. Okay, but I'm going to show you just from plain A4, just to show you the idea. So I'm grabbing a board to press on, and as always, just encouraging you to go slowly and just enjoy this as some time out together. So A4 paper here. I think for a tray, which is quite a reasonable size, I am going to fold it in half. Now, for once, what I love about this is no squares. In fact, a square will not work. It needs to be a rectangle. So it really is literally half, in this case, half an A4. You could use the whole A4 and make quite a big tray. It's quite good as a sort of organiser. Holding little things that you've done or make. That's a little bit messy, isn't it? Never mind, that'll be fine. So what we've got is this rectangle, and our first fold will be in half. As I think that just goes to show how you need to completely focus when you're doing origami, and I do recommend that you go slowly and focus your mind. So all I'm doing is taking my long rectangle and I'm folding it in half along the middle line. As always, I love how it's about proportions rather than any measurements, no measurements. And then we're going to take the outside and bring it to the middle line. So as I said, this is a really simple fold. There's not many steps in this, but in many ways that also makes it very powerful. It is brilliant. It feels surprisingly strong. So I took the outside, and I'm going to do the same with the bottom, bringing the bottom to the middle. I think this is what's called a cupboard fold, which is like a little cupboard that you could open the doors. That's it. And line it all up. Take your time. Enjoy the feel of the paper. Letting out a little bit of tension as you build up those lovely lines. Right, so next step is to open it up, and I'm going to do the same thing the other direction. So we're going to do in half there in the middle. This is sort of on the shorter side. That's it. Lovely. So we've done it in half, opening it up, and then the same thing, the outside to the middle line, like so. Believe it or not, we're almost there. And then the bottom to the middle line as well. There we go. Don't enjoy taking your time. So we're going to keep it like this. It's looking good. Our next step, I've got this extra little bit, never mind, is to take a corner, and we're going to take this corner and fold it upwards. Can you see? So we're going to take the outside and bring it to that first line. So it's the whole lot, like so. And we're going to do that with each corner. In this corner and taking it to that line. And the wonderful thing, of course, is this does not use any glue, and it works really well. How brilliant. Same thing with the other end. So taking the corner and folding it to that line. That's it. And I'm going to do the same here, so no one will see that, hopefully. That corner and bring it to that line. There we go. So it should be looking like this. We're almost there, believe it or not. So our next step is to take that middle section, and we're going to fold it back. I will. So there's a sort of this strip here, this area here. We're going to fold it back, and it will line up with the tops of these triangles. So I'm going to take this and fold it back like so. So it was down there, and I'm folding it up, and I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. So taking this bit, and so this basically won't happen or work if you don't have a rectangle. I have tried it and it won't work. So you absolutely need this triangle in order to make this shape. So it should look like this. Now for the moment of magic, it just is going to open up so easily. So here we go. Our piece here, all we're going to do is just gently lift up the flap and lift up the flap on the other side. And can you see the shape is beginning to change? Lifting it up, and it is forming a tray, a box, like so. Now it looks a little bit sort of roundy, so just sharpen up those points. Sharpen up those points, those corners, and that is it. You've now got a really quite spacious tray. If you wanted it to be stronger, you could use card, and it's not too many folds, so it's fairly easy to do. Isn't that a lovely, lovely tray? And as I said, you could have drawn in there, written on there, messages. A nice little tray to keep things in, to feel a little bit organised. It feels just lovely and crisp and new and fresh. Or maybe you could do like a little list of things too. So wishing you all happy folding. I hope you'll enjoy that. Simple but beautiful and effective. All thanks to the traditional. Thank you very much. And also these folds, I do a fold every Wednesday live at 2 p.m. So hope to see you there as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.